Thank you, Shomik, for this generous introduction. And it was such a wonderful experience to listen to Dr. Kera and Professor Mavinkar, uh, who have been such eminent public health professionals. And I know them personally for several years and very good friends of mine. So connecting with them and listening to their thoughts in the context of public health management capacity and requirement in India is just a wonderful experience. What I will do is that Shawmik has requested me to speak to you on importance of managerial skills in the context of public health. And he has also provided certain bullet points, and I would follow those suggestions which he has requested. The first thing I would speak to you about the need for formal education and training in public health management. What has happened is that, and Professor Mawankar has mentioned, the way the public health has evolved over a period of time, several decades now, and I would say that more than a century or so. But public health management, as such a field, is relatively a new field which has seen a development in last few decades or so. And we had seen the growth of these two disciplines, public health as one of the disciplines and management another disciplines, over a period of time happening very parallelly. And lately, it was recognized in the context of management that management as a discipline evolved, mostly in the context of managing industries and a lot of alignment with engineering and technology. But then it was realized that the application of principles and tools and techniques of management is everywhere required. And in the field of public health also, it is critical for advancing public health agenda that we use the tools and techniques and principles of management so that we can perform in a better way. We can improve the efficiency of our public health program. And that's how actually, although these two disciplines evolved parallelly, simultaneously, we have seen the fusion of these two disciplines recently. And therefore, what has happened is that this branch of discipline of public health management as such evolved, where we teach the students of public health the principles and tools and techniques of management and how this can be used to improve the efficiency of public health programs and how we can deliver the health services more efficiently and effectively. And in that context, I would provide the Indian scenario to you that who is called as a public health management professional? And they can be clubbed into and put it into three buckets where you have group of people working in the health sector and they have medical background or even non-medical background also, but they are working in the health sector, the public health sector, where you would find that there are positions and they do look after the public health management functions. Then you have another set of people who are formally trained in health and hospital or oblique hospital management and administration programs, like Professor Mawankar mentioned about MHA program, that Masters in Hospital Administration, PGDPHM, that's a postgraduate diploma in public health management program, is the initiative of the government of India. So there are several programs where there's a formal training in the context of public health management happens. And then you have very typical public health programs like Masters of Public Health or MD in Community Medicine or Diploma in Public Health. So they are broadly public health programs, but as a part of that teaching also, there is a substantial emphasis on public health management and principles and tools and techniques of management as an integral part of the public health teaching. So that's how it happens. So there are either dedicated programs in health management and hospital management or public health management, or there are broadly public health programs where there is quite a significant amount of emphasis in teaching as a part of public health management. But we need public health management and managers in India, and Dr. Khera has very clearly and very effectively articulated this argument of need of public health management. Because we know what happens is that in our health system, if you look at block level or district or even at the state level also, several medical doctors currently are shouldering the responsibilities of administrative or managerial functions. And but on another hand, we also know that we have a very critical shortage of these professionals. This COVID-19 has exposed our human resources for health, and we are seeing the shortage of nursing professionals, the shortage of doctors in the country. And so it is important that this precious resource that is available to us, doctors and any skilled health professionals for that matter, doctors and nurses and even allied health professionals, how effectively we can use them for the purpose that they are trained. But you have another set of people who can be trained in management, and they can independently shoulder responsibilities of public health management. And that's how this whole overall specialized requirement of the health management and administration has evolved over a period of time, with the intent that we strengthen our health system. Not that if somebody is trained in public health management or hospital and health administration will be able to deliver and perform in a better way, but also to ensure that the people who are trained for some specific functions like doctors, so let them spend their very precious time in treating patients, their clinical duties, instead of burdening them with other administrative management and public health programs related activities which can be taken up by even other individuals. They may be medical individuals or non-medical individuals, but who are trained in management principles. So that's the whole philosophy, and that is very clearly articulated in our national health policy also. I'm not sure because several of the students who have joined today are prospective students of the program, but we have a national health policy of the government of India, which has very clearly articulated the need of public health management cadre in the state. What is public health management cadre is that people trained in public health management, they form a very separate category of individuals in the context of the health systems in India. And because they are trained in public health, because they have training in management and administration, they would be able to deliver their responsibilities in a better way. And for them also to have a very appropriate career structure is the whole idea of this public health management cadre as a part of national health policy. It is still in evolving stage. There are certain states where this public health management cadre has been already created, like Odisha is one of the examples. Even Maharashtra has public health management cadre for several decades. West Bengal has some positions being earmarked. Tamil Nadu is a brilliant example of public health management cadre. But I think now the other states are also stepping up and would create a public health management cadre over a period of time. So the next bullet point that Shomik has requested me to deliberate is that how this public health management education is different than general management. Because somebody may say that, let me do plain MBA program or even plain MPH program. And then in terms of curriculum or pedagogy, what's the difference into that? For that, we need to really understand what management is all about. We all understand that plain management like MBA, and then you come to the health sector, and there are people who have been plain MBAs, and they have come to the health sector and they are working in the health sector also. And over a period of time, they have learned the, public health management and issues related to the public health. But what happens is that if you join a specialized program like MHA or public health management PGDPHM program, then what happens is that the whole education, the curriculum, pedagogy, and the competencies that are dealt with as a part of these programs are really, factored into the public health. So when we teach management, we will only take the examples from public health. Even if we talk about planning, you talk about leadership, or you talk about controlling an organization or human resources or organizing, so all management functions, but they will be taught in the context of public health. Because management is an application. Management is used in diverse field. Even in the field of agriculture, the management is utilized in technology, engineering, in all kind of fields that you would find that there is an application of management, because there are principles of management, because everything has to be managed, whether it's a public health or it's an agriculture or whether it's a textile industry or whether it's a pharmaceutical industry. You need the management tools and techniques. But when we teach in the context of public health management, obviously we take the examples of public health, and so you can relate with that. You can see that how actually the management principles are used. Like, for example, critical path method is one of the management tool. And when we teach program management or project management, we see that use of that critical path method or PERT as a technique, like program evaluation and review techniques. These are all management techniques that we teach using the examples of public health. So you would relate that and you see that how do you use them. But if you do an MBA program, some institution where it's a routine general MBA program, you will not be able to relate it to the public health. More importantly, we all understand that public health management is critical for advancing the public health as an agenda. Dr. Khera has rightly mentioned about advancing the agenda of universal health coverage for that matter. Because we need people trained in public health to manage public health programs. And therefore, public health management, as such, if you look at the way it has been defined, is in the context of society's resources, that mobilizing and managing the resources that we have, because this is in the context of the public sector, including the specific resources for health service sector or to improve the health of populations. So whatever means it is an appropriate. So this is what is the definition. But in a simple definition, I would say is that using and applying the principles and tools and techniques and methods of management to solve public health programs to problems and deliver better public health programs managed. Public health management generally covers and talks about administrative and managerial capacities. It talks about organizational structures. It also deals with the systems which are needed to finance the health services. Like health financing is one of the very integral part of the public health management, and delivery of the health services. Delivery of quality and dignified health services remains very critical. But in the context of how do we do all these activities more efficiently, more effectively, and more equitably, it is not only for the rich people. It is for everybody. Equity is a very hallmark of public health. And we wanted to see that how do we use the principles of management to ensure the equity. And now I wanted to mention also is that even if you look at the overall competency models for a variety of public health programs, not only in India but globally also, any public health management program, you would see that there are five major domains that are covered: epidemiology, biostatistics, environmental health sciences, health policy and management, and social and behavioral sciences. These are considered as the five key domains in the field of any public health program that you would see. And therefore, you would find that the health policy and management, public health management remains a very integral part of the overall course curriculum of any public health program, like any MPH program or any other program. I also wanted to mention here, see, for public health graduates, we expect only four things to do. For any public health graduates, I am going to tell you there are four buckets only. There are only four important activities that we all in public health, not only as public health graduates also, but we all in public health do only four things. The first, that the competencies that we would need. First is that we should be able to describe a public health problem. That yes, this is so describing a public health problem, identifying the problem, and describing that problem is the first activity. We should be able to recognize that yes, this is a public health problem. Then the second important activity is that once we understood that this is the public health problem, then we should be able to design solution for that problem. If there is a problem, then we need to find a solution. So if suppose COVID-19 is a public health problem, then we need to find a solution to that problem and designing a whole program, interventions and activities which are critical and important for dealing with COVID-19 for that matter. The second bucket includes basically the designing the solution for a problem. The third is that once you have designed a solution for a problem, then you have to implement those interventions. You have to implement those solutions that you have designed. So the third aspect is basically implementing those interventions into the communities. And fourth is that then to see whether those interventions has worked or have not worked. Evaluation and monitoring is the fourth bucket. So in this fourth bucket, describing the public health problem, number one. Number two is that designing the solution for dealing with that particular problem. The third is then designing the interventions and implement them rather in the community. And the fourth is that then to see that whether it has worked or not in terms of using the techniques of monitoring and evaluation. And if you see that all these four important areas, you would find you need the application of management principles. Now let's move on to the next aspect of the future of public health sector and the new public health professionals, because we are in the 21st century. We have different set of problems in 21st century, and therefore we would need the 21st century public health professionals with 21st century competencies, because you might have seen the intrusion of technology in solving public health problems also, and therefore we need much more higher level competencies for the 21st century. My colleague, Dr. Ritika Tiwari, has done some work as a part of her PhD program here. She looked at the need of public health management requirement and professionals requirement in the country. I tell you, there are no standard norms and benchmark for public health professionals that how many people are required. But Brazil has set a standard for them. They say that we should have 100 public health professionals per 100,000 population. United States Association of Public Health, basically Association of Schools of Public Health in United States, they suggested that there should be 220 per 100,000 public health professionals. But I tell you, in India, we only have 11 public health professionals per 100,000 population. So we have to go a long way. If you look at these numbers as compared to, I just take an example of Brazil, which is a part of our BRICS group, and under the United States, and they are saying 100 and 220, and we are only 100 per 100,000 population. We also looked at from public health managers point of view, and the requirement of public health managers point of view, and how many, what is the supply side basically. So there are around 475 academic programs being offered with 7,000 enrollment capacity every year in the country for the public health management workforce is concerned. But see, if you look at from supply point of view, because generally when you talk about human resources, and I would say public health managers is one of the integral part of the human resources. You have to talk about what is the supply, and another is what is the need and demand for those sources. Supply is concerned, those medical graduates like MBBS doctors, and I'm sure some MBBS doctors also have joined today. So they can join medical colleges where the programs in like Master in Hospital Administration or MD Community Medicine kind of programs being offered. But there are programs which are open, which are offered outside the corridors of medical schools in India, where these programs are available for almost any kind of graduates. And Professor Mavankar has presented a tree to all of us, from nursing to biotechnology graduates, from engineering to Ayush professionals to social sciences graduates to dentistry and others. So anybody can join. So those programs like have health management component, have hospital management. Some of them are combined, like health and hospital management. And even the Masters in Public Health also has integral part as the health management. But this PGDPHM is a health management program focusing on public health management. Again, this slide shows the numbers that there are some programs which are offered through medical schools. But please remember, the programs which are offered through medical schools will only be getting admissions through the NEET exams, that a postgraduate level examination that is being conducted. And these programs are only available for medical graduates. They are not available for other graduates like nursing graduates or biotechnology or engineering or journalism or social sciences. But the other programs that are being offered, like health management, hospital management, these programs are available for even the graduates other than the field from the medicine. And now let me talk about health management works of workforce demand point of view, when we had undertaken some benchmark analysis. And as I mentioned to you that the stated benchmark is around 3 health management professionals per 100,000 population. This is generally agreed in principle that we should have 3 health management professionals per 100,000 population. But in India, we only have 0. 0.7 health management professional, even less than one. So it is just of around 25 to 27% of our requirement that is being currently fulfilled. If you use the service target approach, then probably we would require around 11,000 health management professionals. And if we use this principle of around 3 per 100,000 population health managers in India, then probably close to 40,000 health management professionals. And this was analysis done in 2017. This number would have increased by few thousands by 2021 also. So by and it was done, some prediction was also carried out with the same work, and we calculated that almost 45,000 health management professionals would be needed in India by 2030. So this whole analysis was done using very rigorous scientific methods, and these are all published numbers. And in addition to that, if the government of India actually pushes the public health management cadre in the states, then probably even there will be more positions that will be created for public health management in India. These are the variety of the programs where you would find teaching of public health management happens, and which I mentioned earlier also, some of them offered through medical schools and some of them are offered outside the medical colleges. Lastly, I wanted to talk to you opportunities for public health management, and I will go very briefly on this because this has been already mentioned by Professor Mavrankar and Dr. Khera also very illustratively explained the various opportunities for public health management. But you would find in variety of the domains in teaching training also, like suppose if you wanted to you are interested in career in teaching and training, then you can do a public health management program and then go for a PhD program. You can become a faculty in public health management. Then you can do a lot of work in research, policy and programs and practice, and in public sector also, in ministry, then women and child welfare programs, because it's management, so it is applicable everywhere. And you would find a lot of scope in other sectors and other ministries also, with the training in public health management that would be required. Private sectors like NGO sector is there. Healthcare hospitals are important. Now everybody has started realizing that healthcare management or the hospital management is a very specialized function. Initially, doctor used to do everything. Now they realized that it is important that they would hire hospital managers who can run the hospitals more efficiently and effectively. In corporate sector, industry, pharmaceuticals, even IT and insurance, media, you would find variety of applications. Dr. Khera rightly mentioned about international organizations, foundations, development sector are the areas. And then career opportunities are cross-cutting also. Even if you wanted to work in the field of environmental health or epidemiology, public policy, global health, you need skills in public health management because they are very much applicable everywhere. Without public health management skills, you will not be able to manage pandemics like in the context of epidemiology that we are experiencing. And the position that you would find for the career public health management, like you can work as consultant, you can work as an operations officer, a project officer, project coordinator, research analyst, program associate, then systematic reviewer, as a research fellow, then field investigators, technical assistant, research epidemiologist. So there are a variety of the position, program managers, district technical officer, both in public and private sector. There are a variety of the positions, and we picked a few titles to mention, to just explain you the relevance of that. But why do we need a public health cadre? Now more than any time in the past, you would realize that this COVID-19 has exposed our system, and we need public health experts, not only, the administrators, but to manage the pandemic, we need those kind of expertise available. This only IAS officers without limited understanding of public health will not be able to solve all the kind of problems. So we need people trained in public health management. It improves the efficiency because it's a science, and when you use those tools and techniques, you can perform in a better way. These are very invaluable administrative positions for that matter, in planning, designing, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of public health programs. So there is a clear-cut need for public health management cadre and public health management in the context of the programs. Now, in last couple of minutes, I just wanted to mention that Shomik has already talked. Professor Mavrankar also mentioned that the Indian Institute of Public Health Delhi was established in 2008, and we are offering variety of the programs. But the public health management was one of the program that is a very flagship program, and that was launched on 31st of July 2008 when the then Health Secretary, Government of India, Shri Naresh Dayalji, has launched this particular program, and with initially 4 institutions, and now there are many institutions participating in that. All our PHFI institutions offer this particular public health management program, and even with we have a strong partnership with the government of Madhya Pradesh, where we had offered this program to SIHMC Gwalior and helping the government of Madhya Pradesh in creating the public health management cadre, and a lot of the health service professionals who are trained in public health management now are occupying very key positions in the government of Madhya Pradesh. But if you look at the content and curriculum of this program, it is put into three important areas: management, public health, and analytical skills. And you management like introduction, then human resource management, financial management, then management of RCH, project management, logistics planning, drug distribution, inventory management, then core public health programs, urban health, behavioral, and of course, when even we teach public health, we see that how the management is applicable there. Public health nutrition programs, communicable, non-communicable diseases, and of course, analytical skills like demography, biostatistics, disease surveillance, health economics. You need all those skills in the context of management also. So this is how the program is structured into. But beyond pandemic, we all realize that we need specialized teams at district and block level. We need skills to undertake situational analysis, undertake management and surveillance systems, assuring logistics, need skills for setting up of the new laboratories, and in the context of even pandemic also, which emphasizes the need of public health managers in the country. So briefly, I actually tried to touch upon in a given amount of time the various issues related to the public health management. But now we'll take a few questions. So over to you, Shamik.